All right, thank you, Frosty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to The World Next Door, a um, an indie game made by Rose City Games. And yeah, a little fun fact: this released on the exact same day as Yoshi's Crafted World. But yeah, I'm going to be showing the any percent category. I'm going to be showing the any percent category here. I am woefully unprepared, so it's not going to be a good run. So let's hope it's entertaining. Anyway, I'm ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This is the intro cutscene of the game. It's the only cutscene in the game we can skip. It tells you the story of the game. There's two worlds. There's the world of humans, which is the world we know and love sometimes. And yeah, and then there's the world of Emrys, and once every 1,000 years, or 1,000 or 100, I forget which of the two it is. There's a festival to celebrate the world of Emrys and the human world, and one person from Emrys gets to go to Earth for a day, and then one person from Earth gets to go to Emrys, and we're playing as June, who was the lucky girl to be picked to go to Emrys for a day, and we're meeting our friend Liza here, who we've been friends with through online connections for 6 months at this point in the game. Here we find Liza's friend Rainy. I'm gonna be a jerk to him and say we forget his name, because I did dialogue routing for this game, and the dialogue choices have different amounts of text boxes. And the first dialogue option gives you a second dialogue choice, whereas and has more text boxes than the other choice. So we're picking the second choice there. I have my notes on my laptop here next to me. That says which option to pick on each dialogue option. And yeah, what happened in the story right now, which might be hard to follow because I'm mashing through the text, is we're gonna go through a dungeon to do something fun. Or like a shrine, as the game calls it. Yeah, this is Horus. Yeah, this is just a bunch of dialogue that's telling us why he's here. We're gonna learn spells. We're gonna learn how to magic. Yeah, this is the first part of the game. It's pretty slow with the text boxes, but I try to match through the text. Now here we are in the shrine. Now here we just have to talk to everybody. We have Rainy, he's like a shy and timid type. And we have Horus, who's very brash and reckless. And then we have Liza, who's the quintessential voice of reason, so to speak. And then here we get introduced to Cerise. Yeah, I keep mashing because there we can pick the first dialogue choice. And now we can just spam the first dialogue choices for a while. Yeah, we're gonna learn how to magic once we get through this, through all this dialogue. Now we get to choose who our tutor is. We can pick between Liza or Horus. It's the same amount of text boxes, so we're picking the first option. All right. So this is what makes this game unique. There's 3 symbols on the ground. And yeah, we use those up to do magic, but here we have this. We put that here, and there we go. So yeah, this uses a match 3 puzzle style format as a combat system. Yeah, we have different types of runes. We have shock runes. The red ones are ember runes. And the blue ones are strike runes. Strike runes are the best ones in the game, and we want to use those as much as possible. And yeah, we also get a dash move now, which we can use everywhere. So we're going to be dashing everywhere, not just the dungeons.
Skvenium.
And now this thing comes up, comes in here. Now we're supposed to run away from this thing, but we're gonna say we can fight it because the dialogue is shorter. So we're gonna run away. If we get trapped now, that's kind of a problem. Because there's nothing else for us left for us to do than fight. Now we can match these like this. Also, we have these purple ones which send like a void thing that also has a sort of gravity to it that slows down. Now, this enemy kind of floats around randomly, and the shock runes, the yellow ones, only hit when they only hit the spaces you use them on. So for this. For that enemy, the shock runes aren't too useful, and the fireballs, they aim at where the enemy is. So if the enemy moves, then it has a tendency to miss. Spike runes, which are the blue ones, are, they directly attack the opponent, so they, like, will never miss, which is why they're the best ones. Kind of bad expanded on later. Now, this enemy comes up to you and tries to hit you. So you can just lure him in and shock him. Keep him stunned like that. Also, if there's a match next to an existing match, then that one gets powered up, which I will demonstrate here by doing this. And this one gets powered up, that one gets powered up. Yeah, that's how the combat system works. Now we have to fight both of these enemies. When there's multiple enemies, you will target whichever one is the closest to you. Generally will be this guy. So we're gonna use the dodge move a lot to... use the dash move a lot to dodge. Yeah, he attacks you when you get close. Also keep an eye on my health. Really is 2 health. Ugh. Alright. Get a bit of a heal here. Right. Hit him. Good. Oh, I can just use this. 11 health. I'll just use this. Yeah, those monsters, they are called grievances. And yeah, the next thing we have to do is pick up this item. Yeah, grievances are Emrins. Emrin being the term for someone who is from Emrys. They get, they turn into monsters for reasons that I don't remember, because I haven't gotten into the full story of this game in a while. Now there's a, now that green thing that was in the middle is a puddle of healing liquid. Also, this is the final boss. It's a spoiler, but we're gonna see him anyways at the end of the run. But yeah, we don't know what is going on, so we're scared and we just peace out. Right. So the reason we had to hurry is we have to get back into the portal in time so we can go back, because the portal closes at the end of the day. Oh. That's not good. So we got here too late. Second dialogue choice there. Now there's a specific mashing technique I use to get through this dialogue. As you can see, it takes a while for the dialogue to start, and the first button press makes the full dialogue appear. And the second one then skips it. So I essentially triple mash. I tap the button 3 times in quick succession. So 2 of those button presses, of those 3 button presses will be skipping the text box, just to do it as optimally as I can without matching overly much. All right, so now we're gonna try to figure out what to do. For now, we can just stay with Liza, because the environment on Emrys is kind of different. Different enough that if a human stays too long on Emrys, they will die. That's not what we want. Now here in the morning, this is the texting. So we managed to do that. So now we have the morning texting. This begins at every day. And yeah, the different characters have a different amount of messages. And yeah, Cerise has the least by far. Cerise is the bookworm of the group. And yeah, she stayed up all night trying to figure out how to get us home. So yeah, she was just tuckered out, which is why she didn't send any messages back. Getting greeted by Liza.
Oh, Shenda.
Yeah, June knows that Liza's being very cheery, but that's just because she's trying to stay positive. Because she feels kind of guilty that we're stuck here. As I said before, we can use the dash move here. Now, Liza's going to look for Cerise, who supposedly has some info. We have to do some other stuff. Look around the town for a while. Instead, we're not actually going to look around and just do what the game wants you to do to progress. Which is first talk to Horace here.
Oh, Shenda.
Talks about Kung Fu movies. And then we talk to this duo. Yeah, as you can see on the text boxes with the names, this is Lux and Vesper. Yeah, they're talking about the mask that June is wearing, and Vesper thinks it's our real face. Yeah, when we've done that, we get a text from Liza that she's found Cerise, and she's got a plan. And yeah, this game is available on Switch and PC. PC being the faster version. I'm going the wrong way. Go over here. The only time in at least the any % run that you'll come here, so I tend to forget. And yeah, there are some optional rooms in the dungeons that we go through, which we skip in any %. Any % is just get to the boss and beat the boss. Now, Cerise points out that the shrines are equidistant, which is a term I'd never seen before until this game. Shoutouts if you've seen the term equidistant before. But yeah, the shrines all surround the town, and yeah, we suspect that going to the shrines is somehow gonna help us get home. That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna get back on the tram. Alright, so now we're voluntary going back to the shrine. So going through the shrine is going to work a little bit different from the previous visit. In fact, that our friends here are going to go with us. Going to be accompanying us. And we would be screwed without them. They're going to be very important, even in the speedrun. So now we're wondering whether Cerise should go, Rainy should go with us, or they should both stay behind. Telling them both to stay behind is the shortest dialogue, and it also avoids dialogue that will happen in this dungeon, so it's by far the fastest option there. Okay, so now we're going to learn about essence runes. And this tutorial is nicely done backwards, because yeah, we're going to put Horace in our party like that. And we line them up in a specific shape, which is that end shape. Yeah, they're teaching you how to use Horace, but instead we're gonna immediately switch to Liza, because Liza is way better. So what Horace does is he throws a big fireball using all of the fire runes, and that usually misses, because it's extremely slow. So I'm gonna be trying to make a bunch of 4 matches here, because when you match 4 or more, then you create an essence rune. That's why I said the tutorial was backwards, because first to create an essence rune, You have to create those essence runes first by making matches of 4 or more. And yeah, this is what Liza's ability does. It sticks to the enemy, so it is way and way better. Also, definitely want to spam strike runes as much as possible because they don't miss. 8. Thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, is that gonna? Yeah, that's gonna. Oh, that did hit. Nice. Alright, there's some optional stuff we can do there. Now we have a new enemy. This boy. He attacks you just like the other enemy that we saw. That is currently not here. And yeah, that's their special ability. They can disable a certain type of rune. Yeah, the general strategy for these fights is to just create these essence runes as quickly as you can. And just use Liza's special. Also, I am extremely low on health, so I should be careful. Luckily, if I pay attention to when she throws fireballs, I can easily dodge them. Also, I can use these green runes to heal. And yeah, as you can see there, the fireball missed. You come here. Oh, of course you won't come here. Okay, I have 11 health. If I get hit one more time, I die. Let's heal up a bit. There we go. Alright, we survived. Luckily, there's these healing wells that I mentioned before, so I can heal up here. Now, this game has an assist mode, which makes you take no damage. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Now we have 2 enemies that keep approaching us, so we want to keep them like this, so they keep following behind us. So we don't get sandwiched by them. Right, let's start setting up for essence thing here. The hair. Okay. Okay, 9 health, that's fine. Go over here and kill him. So we need to go here first, because we get the Celestial Shrine key. So this is the Celestial Shrine. The game doesn't actually give away the names of the shrines, but the key for them gives the name away. Alright, let's do quick and easy essence runes. I'm gonna set it up here. Yeah, you can dodge the strike if you time your dash well. But I usually don't rely on dodging those. Now we're not going to be just using Liza in these battles. There's a certain boss battle later on that we will be using a different enemy, party member for, but we don't have that party member in our party yet. Let me see, 182. I'm gonna not use the healing well, because it does take time to use the healing well. So you don't want to use them if you don't need it. And this boss is pretty easy. So with 180 health, I should be fine. Alright, now we see a bunch of hands. Oh no. Yeah, here's the boss of this. So for some reason, this Grievance knows that we're human. Alright, so same strategy as before. Yeah, make matches of 4 or more to create essence runes. Also, yeah, the fireballs, if they hit the floor, then the spots could become unavailable. Like so. Okay, let me heal up. Oh, I'm standing too close to it. Oh, that got disabled, so can't use that. Alright, let me... Oh, it doesn't let me swap. Right, this boss is being quite obnoxious. There we go. As long as we dash through these things, they won't hurt us. It's just when we stand in them. Alright, so here's the hands. Yeah, I've done terrible on damage so far, so we're probably going to see a second hand phase. Now, although Liza's DPS is pretty good. We're gonna just do that. I'm doing very good on health, so... Alright, this... Alright, so yeah, during these hands I can't really do anything. Have to run away and wait for the thing to end. It does 30 damage per hit if the hands get on you. Alright, we need one more hit of anything. Oh, will that even reach? It should. Yeah, there you go. So now the sword that we picked up in the first dungeon is glowing. Gonna walk to this spot and then swipe the sword at him. Right, and then we see one of those shiny things that looks like the pickups we've had before, and then, yeah, we gain the power. We receive the shrine's magic, and we absorb it into our sword. Alright, so now there's a cutscene here that wasn't here in the previous one. Fortunately for the rest of this day, and you know, the game plays over a couple of days. This is day 2. Yeah, each day has a pre-dungeon part, a dungeon, and a post-dungeon part. And we're now in the post-dungeon part for day 2, or post-shrine parts. And yeah, there's some dialogue here now. But yeah, all the remaining dialogue for day 2 has the first text box as the option. As the faster dialogue option. Or equally, and then, like, we just shouldn't waste time. And yeah, as you can see now, one of the symbols is lit up. Which is the same symbol as that appeared when we absorbed the power of that boss. Now, Cerise wants to stay up again late to do research, but we're trying to convince her to not destroy herself in the process. And then here we have Lux and Vesper showing up, which we met earlier. Now, Lux and Liza are going to beef here. Yeah, first dialogue option.
Would I go for a quick donation?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
All right, we got a €5 donation from Pointless Pixel. No comment, but thanks so much for that donation.
And I want to ask the new person on audio to lower the host volume on my end, please, a little bit. Now we got a dash. Now we're going where I was going earlier, but went the wrong way. I go up to the door and go to sleep. I need my dialogue notes again. All right, so the fast dialogue here is Liza, Rainy, and the last one is Vesper. Yeah, and once you text 3 characters, then it moves on. So we just choose the 3 characters with the fastest messages. Right, so for this first dialogue option, we can just use the first. Then for the next 3, we have to use choose the second. And yeah, you can imagine the dialogue choices making quite a bit of difference in time because of how these text boxes go.
Oshenda.
And there's technically hidden relationship values in the game which your dialogue choices will affect. And yeah, it's not really important. There's a small thing that we'll see at the very end of the run where those relationship values will matter for. Alright, so Liza is mad about Lux joining because they're not on good terms. So Liza got pissed, and yeah, we have to go to talk to her to calm her down. And yeah, that's the only thing we gotta do here before we can head to the next shrine. Alright, not too much to explain here, so now's a good moment for Frosty to say a few things about us and what we do.
All right, I can definitely do that. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We're currently streaming our bi-monthly event in the esports game arena in Alphen aan de Rijn. We're currently raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer, while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life of those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society.
Actually, did make a small mistake there. I picked the wrong dialogue option. I should have picked the first.
Oshenda?
Alright, so we're gonna bring Liza in. And yeah, Liza's the only person we need here, so we're just gonna go through this menu as fast as we can by just picking the leftmost options because left is always the default. So so we're gonna be picking Liza, Horus, and Cerise. Cerise's ability is to use up all the heal runes that are on the floor to heal you, but you know it's just not that worth that much. So let me see. Yeah, I thought so. So I have to set Liza there. Now we have these two enemies. Right. So yeah, same strategy as before. Create a bunch of essence runes and then use Liza's special. Sure, we'll use this one. Right, I want to dash away from them so I can get away from this area so we can really use this. Also going to try to use the power-up runes as much as possible. Right, so now we have this enemy, who is very goat-like. He attacks the same way, but yeah, he leaves a trail. The black spots that he leaves behind, they slow you down, making it easier for him to catch you. Yeah, again, taking damage in these fights isn't usually not a problem as long as you don't take too much. Dodge out of it. Right, there we go. Fast enough battle. I'm full health, so I'm not using that. let's create another essence rune here. Okay, I want to get this purple over here to create yet another essence rune. Right, now we got 5 essence runes. That's all we need. Yeah, it targets the enemy closest to you, as with everything else. Alright, now this is the hardest fight in the game, so I'm gonna be focusing. Alright, this is very solid. I already have one of the enemies down. Right, let me go and set up the essence runes. I need one more, so let me just heal. You can see the damage I'm taking here. You see my health in the top left, it's very low. Luckily, Liza Special is very strong. Helps us deal with these enemies. Including the bosses, this is, I would say, the hardest fight in the game. 3 health. Okay, time to play ultra safe. Okay, do your attack, please. I'm gonna wait for one more attack. Dying here would be very bad. Alright, first try.
Oshenda?
Unfortunately, I actually went the wrong way. Or, no, right. I do need to go here. Yeah, now we have another fight with 3 enemies but fortunately this field is way bigger. So we have a lot more room to move around. So even though we have to face 3 enemies again, this fight's a lot less scary. Alright, so I'm gonna just let myself take a beating here to keep the essence runes here. Alright. Hey, that still didn't kill him. Alright. Alright, you can die from that. I'll take a heal. Let me just send this at you. Oh geez, he has quite a bit of health on this one. Alright, let me get all of these blue runes together. That should be enough to kill him. Nice, 40. Alright, let me definitely take the healing well for this fight. This is, I mean, you're not likely to die on this fight, but it can take a while. Because this boss is going to mess with the playing field a lot, creating a lot of red runes, and you know, you might think like that's really good because big spots can give you big. They can give you like big attacks which do a lot of damage. Except he's extremely resistant to fire, and fire does like nothing to him. Yeah. So this. So I'm gonna again focus on getting creating a lot of essence runes. The shock runes will work as long as the essence runes will work as long as they're on spaces next to him. There we go. Yeah, there's a certain phase I'm waiting for. Alright, it's not here quite yet. Okay, there it is. So yeah, there's his attack that he uses, and it actually overrides your essence runes. your existing essence runes. Alright, so now it's a matter of just doing whatever damage you can. Deal damage to him. Hoping he doesn't delete your essence runes. There we go. Try to put this together in time so we can get it, and yeah, that should be fight done. There we go. Alright, that was a pretty okay fight. I'm happy with that. Also haven't died yet, which is very nice. And yeah, we have defeated our second boss. We get this symbol. We imbue the sword with this Shrine's magic.
Ha! Oshenda!
Right, so not much happening here. Lux and Liza just making up to each other. And Rainy and Horus, who also got a bit of an argument before. Yeah, everyone's happy now. He's gonna carry on trying to get June home.
Bomnium.
Oshenda.
Salutar. Bamiam. Nulas.
And now, Lux informs us that there have been reports of a human on Emrys, which is not supposed to be a thing. Humans aren't supposed to stay on Emrys. And yeah, we're gonna get thrown in jail for it, so we need to stay hidden and not let ourselves be found out. Now the ready to go to sleep prompt actually appears here on this specific instance, which is nice because it's, you know, speeds up stuff. Let me quickly check. So this texting is easy. It's just text the first 3 people that show up, and everyone you've texted disappears, so we can just pick the first option each time.
Uspenium.
Yeah, we pick this.
Uspenium. Evu team. Hamo.
All right, so I've got a question for the audience here. I've a pressing question for the audience here. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Nay.
Okay, we're...
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna please some people here because we're gonna pick yes. There's a dialogue about pineapple pizza, and there's 3 dialogue options. There's say you know respectfully saying you don't like pineapple. There's saying you love pineapple, and then the third option is calling the cops on you that are looking for you and want to put you in jail. Unfortunately, that's the slowest one, but it's the fun option.
Evu team. Uspenium.
I can say that chat is very divided whether it's yay or nay.
It's pineapple pizza. It's always going to be divided. I am messing up these menus horrifically. I keep forgetting the options you've picked don't go away, so I have to actually move. Also, I forget that I need to pick 4 people here. And... is it this shrine? Yeah, it should be this shrine. So I'm going to pick Lux here. So I'm gonna pick Lux to take with me. Alright, so first things first, let's put June on our party. Alright, so another new enemy. This one is the biggest jerk of them all. Because they will steal your runes and use them for themselves. And what's even worse, they only need 2 spaces to make a match, whereas I need 3. So I have to be quick on my feet with these uses, otherwise the boss gets to use them. Like right there, it used a shock rune. I'm gonna stay here. So yeah, so the boss can't attack you directly, but it can use the runes on the floor. So I want to do the same thing and build essence runes if I can. Luckily, this enemy cannot steal essence runes. Please create this. Unfortunately, they used it too. Right, so I'm gonna let Liza's little balls just take care of them, little void balls. Right, so now we get this group of enemies. Right. Yeah, tried and true fight method. Create essence runes and then use them. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna lure them away from the purples over there, because I want to use those for a thing. Use those to create another essence rune. And now I'm stuck. So use shock runes on me. Right, so that's the final essence rune I need. Right, now I'm gonna stick close to this, so it'll target them. Right, cool. What's my health at? 93? Okay, that is enough for a heal. Now we got this. We got this set of 3 enemies and a fairly confined space. Oh, used up those essence runes. And then he blocked the red ones. Dang it. Right, let's start. Yeah, I have 5 essence runes. Let's go and do the thing. Alright, so 1 enemy dead. We're still alive. Alright, now you're dead. Yeah, these bosses, this enemy tends to be the last one remaining, because they don't tend to not take as much damage, because you'll generally target the ones that run straight at you. I am full health. Alright, cool. We'll keep going. I'm gonna wait with triggering this till he gets here. Right, that's 2 quick essence runes created. Dash through him. Alright, this is a spot where I can make the shape. So you have multiple slots to use, but you know, since Liza's pretty much the only character that's actually decent, we're just only using the 1 slot, and since it's the slot you start with, this is the shape that you'll be used to. So, and yeah, every field will have a place where you can make every shape that you can to use your call in the help of your friends. Oh, the other enemy took the brunt of the damage and died first. That's interesting. Right, let me shock him. Right, so now I'm just gonna beat up this guy. That's not gonna kill him. Alright, so heal and kill. I went the wrong way. I've not practiced this game as much as I should. So this is a puzzle room. It's a bonus. It's a bonus thing. What I have to do is go over here. trigger this fight. Ow. Yeah, this one's gonna be stealing my my runes again. Right. Should have a couple essence runes available now. Be exact, 3. That doesn't create an essence rune because it got interrupted. Now the power-up does work because the enemy made a match next to an existing pair that was already lined up. It created, and I was not watching my health. Alright, there's the first death. Luckily we don't waste too much time because this fight we already did. So I don't have to do that fight again. I can just restart right here. Yeah, that enemy is in a confined space. I can't hit it and it can fire at me freely. Let's start getting these essence runes out a bit quicker. Right, yeah, the second essence rune. Oh, that there. Right. This. I should have stuck close to the this enemy. Right, let me use. Okay, okay, let's avoid that electric stuff. I need one more essence rune. And NMA is dead, so I can just use the essence rune here. Trigger this fight. I'm gonna stand over here because this is where I need to go. This is where the shrine key is. So I need the shrine key. Yeah, to open the boss door. Yeah, I'll take a heal. It loses me time, but... Alright, let's open the door. I'm just gonna take this heal for safety. I died without paying because I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna switch to Lux here for a reason you'll see. And yeah, that immediately lets me show off Lux's ability. Now the special ability of this boss, it summons an enemy. That's part 1. It also can summon this gravity ball, which yeah, pulls you in and it does damage to you. So I want to dash. Alright. I want to get out of this thing. Yeah, it can change the color of one of the runes as well. You can't see like which is which anymore. Hopefully I have 5 essence runes available. I just need a spot to use them. Okay, we're gonna loop around so we don't get caught by the gravity ball. Is this what Lux's ability does? And that's what I was afraid of. I had not tested this strat yet. But what Lux's ability does is it makes the enemies attack each other. But I should have figured it wouldn't work on the boss. Okay, this fight is going south fast. So I want to focus my attacks on the boss, because once the boss dies, the enemy will as well, and the enemy will be resummoned. Luckily, the gravity ball itself doesn't do too much damage. But if I'm gonna get shocked and hit by the gravity ball, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, let me get... Either get this Essence Rune over here. Right, that should give me some health. Actually, very low on health. Okay, building up more Essence Runes. Right. Gonna keep this on the boss, gonna stay here. Alright, there we go. Managed to do it without dying. Did thread the needle a few times there. Now, I want to talk a bit more about how I got into this game. So it's, I saw this game on the Nintendo eShop, or I saw like Nintendo announcements and stuff for it, and it looked interesting to me. So I thought I'd pick it up on launch day. And what I did, so I looked into the speedrunning capacity for this game. I enjoyed it. I decided to try my hand at speedrunning it. And I got this game on speedrun.com, and with my time on there being 1:14, and now you might be wondering, why would I put an estimate at 1:05 when my time is at 1:14? That's because the 1:14 is not my PB. My PB is actually a low 59. That's why my PB is 59.11 to be exact. And but the reason that's not on speedrun.com is because I was smart enough to cover up the version number with my input display, which is mandatory to be shown. So that's why it's not on speedrun.com, even though it is a legitimate PB otherwise. So what happened in the story is the two characters we left behind have been arrested by the police, and they are being questioned. So we tried to figure out. We're going to text Liza, because she's the first option and has less text box. And then we're going to text the two people that have been arrested, which in my case is Rainy and Vesper. Because since they are arrested, their phones are taken away, so they can't respond. So there's like no conversation that goes on there. So, you know, less text boxes. And then they're back here. They've just been released. They were questioned, but they didn't let anything loose, so they're fine now.
Recusable.
I don't think I needed to talk to them.
$8 set.
Yeah, I need to do something. I have forgotten what to do. This is not good. Yeah, I wasn't able to practice this much. Which is unfortunate. Oh, I was afraid this was going to happen. Yeah, this is what I recall needing to do. I don't know why it didn't let me into the market before. Yeah, I go in here, go up here. This area near the portal. And then I talk to Liza here. So Cerise has good news and bad news. Good news is that she knows how to get us home. The bad news is we need to hit the first shrine, which had the very scary monster that appeared, which I stated was the final boss. So Liza's going to make a bit of a confession here. She's the reason we got trapped on Emrys. There were some people that blackmailed her into keeping us here for reasons that are actually never explained in the story. Alright, so now there's more dialogue to mash through. Not much happening here until we get to the shrine. Also, one thing I want to refer back to is back in the tutorial where they taught you how to play the game. They tell you to use RT to dash, and in the first releases of this game, you could only dash using the right trigger, nothing else. But since then, they've actually added dash to the right bumper as well. Or R1, R2, and R1 respectively, if you're playing with a PlayStation controller. And R and ZR. R and ZR if you're playing on Switch. Yeah, it's a very fun casual game. I like that it manages to use a match 3 puzzle format as a combat system. I think that's very clever. And yeah, it's what I like most about this game. All right, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this the first shrine. Do the usual thing. We have everyone in a party now, so we're gonna be using Liza as usual. All right, so now we get two of these enemies. Yeah, there's that black goop slowing us down. The tethering and placing and swapping can be a little bit precise at times. It's been improved since the game released. It used to be way more precise and finicky. Fortunately, the devs have made it easier. Okay, I have 5 Essence Roots lying around, so let's use them. Okay, dash over here, dash over here. Use this, use this. Okay, one of them went down. please hit. Thank you. Where's my health? 193, I'll take it. Yeah, this is where I need to go. Oh, he disabled the... Okay, that's well played on his part. I was setting up for a yellow. Oh, I'm stuck. That is doing a lot of damage to me. Oh, I'm already very low on health. Oh, they're still not dead. Uh-oh, this is a problem. Go in there, dodge around him. Alright, that heal's very nice because it also will create an Essence Rune. Alright, now take these enemies down for me, please. Now, if I just play well and don't let them get any runes, then we should be safe. Alright, so we get this ring. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need the healing well. And I'm definitely gonna need to heal for this. Alright, now we're in this area. Now Cerise is not feeling well. So about those relationship values that I remember, the character you have the best relationship with, yeah, they start not feeling well and they are starting to turn into a grievance. Those monsters that we've been fighting the whole game. Yeah, and here's the... Now it's not just a silhouette anymore. This is the final boss. Alright, so... Yeah, they're impervious to all effects, this final boss. It does damage still, but they're... Yeah, they will not be shocked by the shock runes. Also, the spaces they walk over, they become unavailable and they leave the black trail that makes me go slower. Oh yeah, they can also, yeah, they also poison me if they hit me. Alright. Do I have... Alright, let me try and set up for... Okay, I have 5 Essence Runes. I'll lure him away so I can actually use it. Oh, okay, that makes a weird shape, so I actually need to get rid of that 6th Essence Rune. That's actually messing up the shape. Oh, when I'm poisoned, I also can't dash. It takes away my dash ability. Luckily, Liza's ability still works just as well as it always does. And yeah, now they can do that. They can jump across a line and replace all of the runes. And generally they will take away your essence runes, so I try to not rely on them too much. Though I have an opportunity to get another match here. And yeah, there it goes. Fortunately, there's a lot of strike runes around. It's very helpful. Alright, that fireball missed. Yeah, fireballs are kind of terrible. They tend to miss a lot because enemies move. At least the strike runes do what they're supposed to. And yeah, this was not a good run, so... Mostly because my preparation was not good. Well, I get another... Alright, so now we need to wait for a certain point that lets him be hit. At 1 health, and then he can be finished off. Fortunately, we won't go overestimate by much. So, schedule-wise, we should still be fine. Also, I got very low health, I noticed. I mean, there's not much left. There's the final boss is defeated. There's just the rest of the game's dialogue until we reach the credits, and then it will be time.
Salutar.
I mean, this was to be expected with how little preparation I've been able to do.
Mucartius?
Alright, so now that we're out of the shrine, Cerise is feeling better again. She didn't actually turn into a grievance. Now, as I explained, Liza sold us out and and caused us to be stuck here. So, do we forgive her or not?
Salutar.
Bomium.
Right, we're not forgiving her. And the reason I ask is that actually matters. That will actually matter later on. Yeah, as I explained before, the character with the best relationship value will talk to you here. This is the final scene, so get ready on time.
Salutar! De la
When the screen's faded to black, after the last dialogue, when the screen is fully faded to black, that's when time is. Yeah, we're gonna go in here, in the portal. Yeah, now that we've done all the shrines, we have all the symbols lit up, we use the sword and the portal opens and we can actually go. And since Cerise is the person we have the best relationship value with, she's the one that talks to us here at the very end. A little bit of dialogue, little bit more dialogue. Which is basically going to be Lux telling everyone to get a selfie for June. Alright, so everyone bundles together. 1, 2, 3. Time! There it is, the world next door. That was the world next door. It was a terrible run. A decent run of this is definitely sub-hour, so... But I hope it was enjoyable. That's honestly what I feel is more important with these marathon runs. It's just showing off what the game is about, showing off how the speedrun works, and making a good time. Now, the reason I asked people to whether we were going to forgive June, Liza or not is because of the selfie that's going to be sent out. We're going to actually see the selfie that Lux made, and whether you forgive Liza or not will affect how Liza looks in this selfie. So we'll let the credits roll for a bit. So here it is. So yeah, you can see Liza in the back looking sad because we didn't forgive her. If you do forgive her, then she'll look all happy with everyone else. So that's it for me for today. I will be back tomorrow with my buddy Linka, who's currently sitting over there, for some good memes with Hello Kitty Roller Rescue Race. See you guys then, and enjoy the rest of the runs.